Hi everyone, this is a lesson on expanding a single bracket, part 1. So I'm going to go through these examples. There's 4 examples. So if you copy these into your book, and then you will be able to answer some questions by yourself. So when we are expanding a single bracket, you can see in these first 2 examples, we just have one set of brackets with some terms inside. And we want to expand that, so we want to eliminate the brackets from these expressions. And the method that we're going to use is the grid method, which is exactly the same as the grid method you use to multiply numbers. And we're going to use the grid method because it will help us when we're doing a few lessons time when we do double brackets. So I need to do 11 multiplied by all of this, 2k minus 5. So in my grid, I'm going to have 2 parts up here for 2k and negative 5. And I'm multiplying both of these terms by 11. So I'm going to fill out the grid. So 11 times by 2k is 22k. And 11 multiplied by negative 5 is negative 55. And then the same as when you're doing grid method with numbers, you add up what is inside your grid. So our final answer is going to be 2k plus negative 55, which is just subtract 55. So that is the answer to the first question, the first example. The next example is pretty much the same, except you will notice that I've got negative 11 here. So we're going to use the grid method again. And I'm multiplying 2k subtract 5, so that's what's inside my bracket, by negative 11. So negative 11 multiplied by 2k is negative 22k, because a negative multiplied by positive gives us a negative. But negative 11 multiplied by negative 5 is positive 55, because a negative multiplied by a positive is a positive. No, a negative multiplied by a negative is a positive. So we're going to add up what's in the grid to get our final answer. And we can either write it like this, negative 22k plus 55, or it's, I guess, nicer to look at if we put the positive term first. So 55 subtract 22k, but both of these are acceptable answers. Example 3 and 4 are over here. So for example 3, I've got negative 11 and I'm multiplying it by this bracket, this single bracket, and inside my single bracket is 3k subtract 4 plus p. So I've got 3 terms inside this bracket, and that's okay. This is still a single bracket problem. So I'm going to draw my grid, but my grid will need to be a little bit bigger because I've got the 3 terms here now. I've got 3k, negative 4, and plus p, positive p. And I'm multiplying all of those by negative 11. So I'm going to do the same as before. Negative 11 multiplied by 3k will be negative 33k. Negative 11 multiplied by negative 4 is positive 44. And negative 11 multiplied by positive p is negative 11p. And I'm going to add up everything in my grid to get my final answer. And you can write this in any order you like. So if I just write it in the order it appears, it would be negative 33k plus 44 subtract 11p. Or we could rewrite it with the positive term at the beginning, so 44 subtract 33k minus 11p, but it's not completely necessary to do that. So I'm just going to leave it. Our last example has actually an extra step in it. So all of these 3 examples, we've just been expanding our brackets, and we haven't actually needed to simplify anything. But in this